Hi everyone, it is December 3rd, 2017, and this is episode 125 of Serenova Crafts. I'm your host, Jessica. I can be found as Serenova on Ravelry and Twitter, and as Serenova Crafts on Instagram. You can find the show notes for today's episode on my blog or in the Ravelry group. Links down below if you're watching me on YouTube. I have a Facebook group. There's a Ravelry group. Please come. Feel free to join both. I post when there's a new episode. It has been a couple of weeks. The last time I recorded it was my birthday. It was November 15th. Now we're three weeks later. Mainly because I work a retail job and I have a second job that isn't retail, but it's still a second job. And I have had zero free time. This is the first day besides Thanksgiving Day that I have had off since the 19th of November. So it's literally been 2 weeks. I had November 19th off, which was a Sunday, and then I had Thanksgiving Day off, which was a Thursday, and then this is the first day I've had off since. So it's been really busy, and I've had a little bit of free time here and there, but I've had to do other things, like I had to get my car inspected, and I had to, just a whole slew of stuff. And I have to take the cat to the vet on Wednesday because honestly, she's not doing good and I'm worried about her. But unless something happens, I'm not going to talk about it. We're hoping it's just like her teeth and she's okay. But I'm just worried because she's getting really skinny, like not healthy skinny. So she's going to the vet on Wednesday. So I have to call tomorrow and make sure they got the records from the old vet. Because the old vet is like a half-hour away, and I don't want to stress her out with a car ride. So I'm taking her to a vet that has really good reviews that people seem to really like, that's like a mile down the road, which is like a 2-minute car ride. So less stress on the cat. Anyways, speaking of the fact that the last time I recorded was my birthday, I'm going to go over a couple of birthday gifts I got real quick before I go into the yarn content, so feel free to skip ahead. Kevin and my mom got me a few things, and so I'm just going to show them off real quick, basically. I just shoved the keyboard tray in if you're wondering why everything wobbled. And this was a gift from one of my coworkers. It's cute. It's a red panda in a cupcake. Isn't that cute? And it hides, right? So, goes down in. If I can get it back in. Come on, in you go. In you go. So when she handed it to me, I'm like, oh, it's a cute cupcake. Okay, like, this is cute. Then she's like, no, pull the middle. I'm like, what? She's like, pull the middle. I'm like, okay. And I pulled the middle, and out popped the panda. And I was like, oh my god, it's so cute. So this was from my friend Sam, who's one of my coworkers. He's just gonna keep me company for the podcast today. I did get a couple of other things from coworkers. My coworker, Carissa, got me this skein of yarn. It is, this is from Romney Ridge Yarns and Wool. It's romneyridgefarm.com. And this is their Unicorn Suck Yarn 2. It's a 75/25 merino nylon. And this is, it says 274 yards, but it feels like a bigger skein than that. Though I think because it said 2, I think it means it's a double skein. Because I think their single skeins are 274. But if it's sock yarn 2, because this feels like a full skein yarn. I mean, I could weigh it and see if it was 100 grams or not. The colorway is Cosmo. Cozumel? Oh, I think it's Cozumel. Maybe. I don't know. It's a little hard to read. It's C-O-Z, and then it's a little hard to tell. Hard to read. I think it's Cosmo. But whatever. Gonna focus. Come on, camera. Come on. You gonna focus? There we go. Thank you. Oh, for the love of... Sometimes camera troubles are not worth it. I took the autofocus off, so I'm gonna have to manually adjust it, but it's a very pretty color, and it's nice, and it is sock yarn, so I probably will make socks. It's actually pretty soft. I mean, it is a merino nylon, but it's soft. It's nice. So, thank you, Carissa. And then, same girl that got me this also got me, because we've been shameless at Ivana, and we're promoting David's Tea. She got me their, like, holiday color change mug, because she knows I like foxes. I have a thing for foxes and a thing for cats. And it's one of their infuser mugs. And she gave me a little thing of Buddha's Blend, too. Which I do like Buddha's Blend. But, it's a color-changing mug. There's the front. And the fox turns white when it gets hot. So, you can see the picture on the back. Right, the fox turns white when... Fox turns white when it gets hot. So that's really cute, and I'm really happy about it. I haven't used it yet, as you can tell, because it's still in the box. But, you know, I'm very happy she got it from. She didn't have to. She bought one for herself, too. She's like, well, I'm ordering two. I might as well just, you know, ordering one. I might as well get you two. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. You know. And then Kevin got me a couple things. Just a couple of small things, because my hair. Sorry. I had, like, a strand over here. We usually just get each other small stuff at this point. I mean, we've been together long enough that, you know. I mean, in last year, I got a pretty big gift. He helped pay for my laptop that I'm using to record this right now. The laptop's still going great, but I needed, like, a really good one because I wanted to be able to play my games. Because my old laptop, I have a Steam library full of games that I couldn't play. So, I wanted to be able to play my Steam library. So, I had to get... We took really good advantage of the Cyber Monday deals. And I basically got like a $1,200 computer for $600. Kevin helped me pay for it, so that was like a big present last year. So this year it's just small stuff, and I'm like, that's fine, that's fine. I mean, we bought a house over the summer, right? Like, a small birthday present is fine. So he got me the Power Rangers movie, because Power Rangers, because I kind of grew up watching the original Mighty Morphin, and I still have a place in my heart for Power Rangers. So Power Rangers movie. And keep in mind, like, this is like a reimagining of the original Mighty Morphin with, like, Zordon and Alpha 5 and all that stuff. And Alpha 5 was actually a little creepy in this one, because, like, it was, the CG was heading to Uncanny Valley a little bit. But it was still fun. It was a good watch. I was also I was a little disappointed it took 2/3 of the movie to get to, like, the original theme. I was, like, waiting. Like, we're in the theater, and I'm waiting. I'm waiting to hear that Go Go Power Rangers theme, right? Like, I'm waiting to hear even just, you know, it in the instrumental. Literally took 2/3 of the movie, and when it came up, I was just like, yeah. Kim was just like, really? And I'm just like, yeah. I'm a Power Rangers nerd, okay? I mean, I haven't watched any of the new stuff for like the last, like, 5-6 years or more. But all the way up through Dino Thunder, I've seen. Which says something, because Dino Thunder's like 12 seasons in. So, yeah, Power Rangers movie. I'm excited. Now I just need to rewatch it. Maybe with him, maybe with a coworker who would appreciate it more than Kevin. He also got me 2 books. Zeus Grants Stupid Wishes. Excuse my language, but this is the title. A No Bullshit Guide to World Mythology. So, and basically it's basically like what the myths were actually like, because a lot of the versions of the myths we hear about are watered down. You know how they watered down Brothers Grimm, and how Disney kind of sanitized a lot of fairy tales. Well, same thing has happened to Greek myth. And so this is basically like the original versions. It's like reading Grimm's. It's like reading the original Little Mermaid, where, you know, she jumps off a cliff and turns into sea foam at the end, versus the Disney Little Mermaid. And if you haven't read the original Little Mermaid, it's actually really interesting. You should totally go read it. I read it as a child. It really screwed me up for a little while, because I, like, had, like, the Disney version in my head, but then once I read it as an adult, I'm like, I'm kind of glad I read the other version. Because it's actually a lesson of, like, don't throw your heart away for a man. Like, that's basically, like, what the original version is like, walking on knives ain't worth it. Because, like, basically the sea witch gives her legs, but it feels like she's walking on knives the whole time. And he doesn't even, like, spare her a second glance. You know, she doesn't get his love, she doesn't get his attention, and then at the end she throws herself off a cliff. It's like, well, that ain't worth it, just stay a mermaid, right? Like, but yes, Zeus Grants Stupid Wishes. And then the other one is this. Holy Bleep, a brief history of swearing. Because I just love language and linguistics, and this just seemed interesting. So this was on my Amazon wish list. And then there's one more thing I got. I've spent 10 minutes talking about birthday stuff, but this is another, like, childhood thing making a comeback. I'm a bit of a Garth Brooks fan. And at Target, there's a Target exclusive. Yes, I bought this at Target. So sue me. And it's a book. It's literally a book written that has like all, like, it's basically the first, like, 5 years of his career, and it comes with 5 CDs for the first one for each of the first 5 years of his career. Bought one for myself, and I bought one for my mom, and my mom's is still in the package. It's still in the shrink wrap, waiting for her. But I opened mine up because I wanted to, you know, have it. So this was the other big thing. My mom actually gave me the money to buy it for myself, and then I bought one for her, so I bought 2 at a time, and the cashier kind of looked at me funny, and I'm like, shush. It's not all for me. But all right. I think I'll go back and put in the time to when to skip to if you skipped all the birthday stuff, because I'm like 10.5 minutes in, and I'm now getting to yarn stuff. So I have faux. The first faux I can show you. The second faux I can't show you because I already gave it away because it was a gift. So the first faux I have, which is not this, but I need to get it out of the bag to get at the faux, is I finished my Co socks. C-O-E, Co. I'm guessing that's how you say it. No, not Co. I'm wearing the Co socks. These are my pigeon toe socks that I bought. I bought the yarn when I went to Rhinebeck 2016. Okay, so last year's Rhinebeck. Not this year's Rhinebeck, last year's Rhinebeck. And I'd finished one sock on the last podcast, and I was this far along on the second sock. Well, now they're done. And actually, where are my sock blockers? I have them here within reach. They're right down here. Yeah, he's chilling on my Swift. That's my yarn Swift here, by the way. I have an umbrella Swift. So, my goal at some point, so that I don't have my Swift, like, in my right elbow, which granted, it's not always open like this. I normally collapse it back up, but he's keeping me company today, is that I want a table to go under that window that's, like, chair height that I can sit at, that I can permanently, like, clamp my ball winder and my Swift to, so that they're not, like, right here at the computer, because I don't really have a good place to clamp my ball winder, and I don't really have a good place to clamp the Swift either, but the Swift is kind of a little shaky where it is, so that's my goal, is to get a table for under that window, to have that's big enough that I can, lay out a cutting mat and, like, cut for sewing on it as well, and also, like, have my ball winder and my Swift on it, so... I don't want it to go quite from one side into the other, but maybe like a foot on either side of the window, so maybe like, you know, about that wide from this point of view, right? So like, I'm trying to do this back. So going from here to about here, right? Like, you know, just a little bit. Big enough that I can put a cutting mat down, but also like spread out, you know, and I still need bookshelves. I need like 4 more bookshelves for this wall here, because you can see behind me here, these bookshelves are kind of over full. They're new, and they're over full, because I have, and this isn't even all of my books. This is not all of my books. I have 3 full-height, like 6-foot bookshelves at my mom's that are still like half full. I'm not even joking. I could start my own library. Not even joking. All right, so anyways, here's the socks. Just put them on the sock blockers. This is the tag where I was when I recorded on my birthday. I finished the sock. So now these are good. I have to take a picture of them before I can wear them. But I think I'm going to stick to, so I did these on size 0s, because that was the size of the DPNs I could get, but I think that I really like my gauge on US 1s better. So, I mean, I don't normally knit socks on 0s, I normally knit socks on 1s, so, and I could have made these a little taller, but I just decided to end it where it was, because they've been on the needles for way too long, you know, 1.5 years, so I'm just like, alright, you know what, I'm done. So, they're done, I have a faux, we're good. Alright, so the other faux is the cowl for my manager. I finished it up. I finished it Black Friday morning, because I got up at like 3 a.m. I finished it Black Friday morning, and I promptly seamed it, took pictures of me wearing it, I recorded a little video, and I gave it to her that day, because I wanted to give it to her, because it's like a combined birthday. Sorry, my hair's still damp, so I'm playing with it, because I basically got out of the shower and came to record. I basically, you know, it's a combined birthday holiday gift for her. And so I wanted to get it done. And she loved it. Like, her reaction, she, like, really, really loved it. Like, she gave me a hug. She's like, oh my god, this is amazing, because she really likes purple. And I figured she'd like the squishy texture of the brioche. So, because I don't have the physical object anymore, I will input, sorry, my hair does funky things when it's drying. I will put the video I recorded Black Friday morning in here. And then I will add in the couple of pictures I took afterwards. So here we go. 3 a.m. video number 2. I just finished Christina's cowl, and I wanted to show how far I knit, since I'm going to be giving it to her, and you're not going to be able to see it on the podcast when I show it off. So I put the marker in, there it is, put the marker in last week, and I did all of this, and the bind off, since when I recorded. Since I've basically missed this past week. Basically, I'm going to sew it into a cowl and give it to her today, and hopefully she enjoys it. And I will take a picture of me wearing the cowl so that you have an idea of what it's like. But I'm very happy it's done, and now I need to start on my assistant manager's cowl. But hers is not brioche, so it shouldn't take me quite so long because this much brioche was just a slog. But I'm very happy that it's done. Alright, now that you've watched that and seen the pictures, moving on to whips, of which I've been working on 4. One of which I forgot downstairs, but I'm too lazy to go back downstairs, get it, and bring it up and re-record because whatever. And I've only done about this much of it, so I've done like 2 pattern repeats, so it can just wait for next time. So I've been working on my brioche memories. So it's grown a bit. I'm almost done the square I'm on, but I had to put it aside because of reasons, because it's silly. So here we go. So if I hold it this way, it's a little easier. So this is the mini I got from Hawthorne Cottage Crafts at Rhinebeck, and I've been building from there. Most of these minis, I have no clue where they came from or who gave them to me because I was not keeping track. I am pretty sure this hot pink mini came from Mandy, who is Mandy Pinecone, because, well, it's hot pink, and she's the only one I know who really does that hot pink. But, so here we go. And actually the needle holder is from her, along with the project bag that I'm using for something else. But yes, so here it is. I'm at 9, 10, 11. I'm on my 12th. I'm at the beginning of my 12th square. So what I'm doing is I'm building it as a square, right? So I started here, did those 4. Then I did these 5. Now I'm going 1, 2, 3, then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to do the corner, because, you need to have 2 squares to pick up. So, as I'm holding it in front of my face while I talk, right? So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and then I'll do the 7th one. Yeah, 7th one in the corner, which would be probably about here. So, but I'm working on it now. I stole a cup from work, because I have, like, all these little balls. And, I'll just... yeah, Tivana cup, because we have so many of them at work that, like, me walking off with one is not a problem, because we give them to customers all day long. But I have a bag of minis, and I have more than this bag of minis. This is just a bag I'm carrying around with me, but I have way more minis than that. And I even gave some away, and I have more minis than that, because when I went to Rhinebeck, I brought minis to give to people. So that's that. That's that whip. I've been working on these socks. Not much. I only picked them up again earlier this week. So I've done maybe like 4 rows on this the last time you saw it. So the marker's basically like where it was. But these, I'm picking them back up again because it's been a month and I'm doing this for the yarn shop owner and I really should get them done. And yes, they are 2 different shades of yellow. It's not my camera. They're totally 2 different shades of yellow, even though I'm pulling from the same ball. It's very frustrating. I pulled it out and she was like, what? And I'm like, yeah, the different ends of the skein are completely different shades of yellow. But I do like this pattern. I might knit these socks, like this pattern for myself, once I'm done with these. So there's those. And then the last one I have up here with me is we're doing a holiday swap at work at Tivana, not at the synagogue, at Tivana. Sorry, I need to specify which work I'm talking about. And I got a girl named Mariah, and she is very sweet. She's going to art school with another one of my coworkers. 2 of them have classes together and stuff. But her hair is bright pink, and pink is like her favorite color. So I bought 2 of these cakes. 2 of these Karen cakes. These are just Karen cakes. And this is in the cherry chip color. I've already used one, and I'm making her a cowl like I made my manager. Except hers is crochet because it goes faster. No offense, Mariah, but crochet is faster. But this has a deadline of the 23rd because that's when we're doing the swap. So I just started at the end, like right over here, I started the second ball. So this is 1 cake there, and then I have to do the second cake. And it's just going to be a cowl. So I'm going to just seam the ends together, to make a loop. I cannot use my hands this morning. So seam it together to make a loop once I'm done. And her friend, who is our coworker, who goes to class with her, I ran this by her because I figured, run it by somebody who knows her really well. And Kaylee, who's the other one, was like, no, she will love it. I can guarantee you. She's like, if it's pink and it's cute, then she'll love it. I'm like, okay, great. So that's what I'm doing. I'm crocheting her a cowl. It's just like a wavy chevron pattern. I have it memorized. I got it out of a Stitch dictionary. I've used it for a lot of different things. I've used it for a couple of throws. And it's just so easy to memorize. I can just go on it. So that's what I'm doing. So that is the last whip. This is a slightly longer episode than normal. It was half me talking about random birthday gifts and half me talking about yarn and stuff. Yeah. So, whoop. I caught it. It didn't hit the ground. So I think that's just about it at basically the 20-minute mark. So feel free to check me out online. Feel free to follow me. Likes, subscribes, comments are all appreciated. If this was the first time you checked me out, thank you for sticking me through the whole rambling thing. If you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back and giving me another chance. I know it's been a couple of weeks. It's going to be a really erratic update schedule through December, and then come January, I'll probably be able to have like a specific day of the week again for updates, for uploads. But for now, unfortunately, with a retail job, I'll probably just record next Sunday because I have next Sunday off too. I actually have the next 2 Sundays off. So I think what I'll do is I'll just record both Sunday mornings, and then that'll be my next 2 episodes for December, and then I'll record again come January. Because it's going to be, so today's the 3rd, then it's going to be the 10th and the 17th, which I have off. Then it's Christmas Eve day, it's 24th. And I have to work that day. And then it's going to be New Year's Eve day. So I'm probably going to have to work that day as well. So I probably won't record again until after New Year's. But I think I can get 2 more episodes in December, so we will see. But again, thank you for checking me out. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment. Come join the Ravelry group. Come join the Facebook group. The Facebook group isn't terribly active, but I do post when I post an episode, so you would get a notification like, hey, new episode. And feel free to ask me stuff. I have an AMA thread in the Ravelry group, so if you have any questions for me, feel free. I mean, the thread hasn't been active in a while. But feel free to revive it. Don't feel bad at all that there hasn't been any activity in there for months. If you have a question for me, feel free, just throw it up. I don't mind. So again, thank you for watching, and hopefully I see you in a week, but I can't guarantee anything, but fingers crossed I'll be able to record December 10th. So I will see you next time. Bye!